Okay, quick run through of the current state of the arcade. I've actually added one game and changed the layout slightly since my last video earlier this year, so I wanted to do an update. I'm just going to do it super quick since that's the only thing that's changed. But first of all, I want to show my whole garage. We are just in my garage at my home here in San Diego, and this is first and foremost a functional garage. We still park our car in here. We've got plenty of storage. I've got my tools. We've got kids' bikes. I've got hanging storage up on the ceiling just to get stuff away from the walls as much as possible. So, and then the games are only on the right side. So I'm very envious of some of you guys that have dedicated game rooms or basements where you can have art and carpet and paint and everything else, and hoping to do that someday, either by buying a new house, which we've talked about recently, or possibly even adding on to this house a dedicated game room. So we'll see. So on to the games. Smash TV, one of my favorite two-player games. I got this from John Exidy on KLOV. Switchable to Total Carnage, which is with a little button down here. You just push and it switches over. 720, focal point of my collection, my all-time favorite game. I have a website dedicated to this game. I still play it quite a bit. Someday I'm going to re-restore this game, probably once I get the games inside and figure out what I'm doing there. Street Fighter 2 Hyper, it's my favorite edition. I have it on this game right now, but I just pulled this board, which is over here, the dedicated Hyper board, and put in the Game Elf 619-in-1 switchable, which I just happen to have it set to the correct game in here, but so that I can play some of the other vertical games, or excuse me, horizontal games. Discs of Tron, great game. I just love the setup of Tron and Discs of Tron uprights next to each other. I haven't fully restored this. I have the art for the side, but I haven't done it. I have done a new, painted the front, done a new CPO, new plastics, the new Translight inside, and I recently just got a new marquee that I went through a process to remove the yellow on that you can read about on KLOV if you're curious. Tron was my third game. Just love it because of all the lights. I used to play it a lot at the Disneyland Starcade. I did a full restore on this, stripped down the cabinet, repainted it, new art, new plastics, control panel overlay. It's in very good shape. So then the update to the layout, it's kind of a strange way I have this, but adding one more game meant that the previous row that I had along that side wasn't enough, so I had to kind of build out. So I have this like little mini wing over here with 5 games. So the newest edition, Pole Position, I got this via a tip from my buddy Kalen. Thank you very much. It's actually in pretty good shape. It has a few nicks and scratches, as is common with this. It didn't work when I got it. Did the voltage mod, added a fan, I calibrated the gas pedal, fixed some of the lights, and it's now in great working shape, and it looks pretty good. I'm not going to do too much to this because I'm just enjoying playing it right now. Okay, so the Punch-Out project, I got this Punch-Out also via some KLOV members. It's kind of a polarizing project if you really are dedicated to the classics. I have a triple Punch-Out setup in here right now with some custom art and Punch-Out, Super Punch-Out, and arm wrestling in here. I'll probably do a video dedicated to updating the final version of this project of exactly how I did it, but switchable by pushing left punch and KO button at the same time, and it swaps over from Punch-Out to Super Punch-Out to arm wrestling. So I'm actually just glad to have this project done, and I do like playing all 3 games. My Pac-Man cabinet has a 60-in-1 iCade in it right now. This was a Pac-Man Plus when I got it. I did the full restore of the cabinet, stripped it down, did the whole stencil job for my first and last time doing that, and it's basically just in the arcade for the people that come over and inevitably ask, do you have Galaga? So yes, we have Galaga. So the little vector corner next to my hot water heater, which I've covered up with that white board recently. Quantum, a long project to actually get a cabinet from one guy and reproduction control panel from someone else and art somewhere else and a board somewhere else. Finally got it put together over well over a year, but it's now a perfect working Quantum cabinet. And last but not least, Star Wars, my second game. Loved it. It was at the movie theater where I worked as a teen, and also has the Mark Spaeth Empire Strikes Back kit in it as well. And that's the current state of the arcade. Thank you for watching.